Hi guys, welcome to another episode of kind of Banati Bombers, let's put it that way. And I'm your host Sanchit, and today we are going to talk about crypto as usual and some exciting news coming from Coinbase. They're expanding their operation to India, they're hiring literally hundreds of folks to expand their operation in Asia's SPAC, like I don't know what it's called, Asia APC, I don't know, let's move that way. Some interesting news about Indian cryptos exchanges, what they have been doing, some Binance and CBDCs. So let's certainly look at how the market is doing first. Like have a quick look. So the market is doing like pretty good. Like I'm saying pretty good. So if you see the market cap is around 1.46, which was like it's gained almost $1 billion in the last few days I've been seeing. The volume is still low. The volume, like the law, is because of the 4th of July, the Independence Day in the States. So it's an extended weekend for them. So Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So Monday is the holiday. So for them. So because if it's an extended week, the volume is I'm predicting gonna be low for tomorrow too. So that's how I see. The BTC dominance is like low as compared to the last day we live streamed, and ETH is getting high. The gas fee is like the if you want to do any transactions and you are in India, do around this time, like between 1 in the afternoon and earlier than 5. That's like you will get cheapest like ETH gas fees. Just to give an example, yesterday I did a transaction and it cost me just $1 for a instant transaction, just $1. So it was like pretty cheap. So if you see the market, like Bitcoin, like Ethereum has like gained a lot. So it says that in the 7 days it has gained 11%. So it certainly says that Bitcoin is holding on to it. It's built its range between 29, 30 to 42. It's holding between those. Ethereum is still like pumping. That's why I say Binance Coin pumped over the weekend like almost $10-50. Yeah. Cardano, like great news for Cardano fans. Cardano army also came up as Grayscale added Cardano on their trust, so big news for them. That's why like Cardano, you can see like 1.42. It was around 1.2 when I last saw that. So XRP we talked about. So there's certain thing that I want to talk about to you guys is like the stable coin. I have done a video on comparing USDC and USDT, but there is also another stable coin in the race. If you just see USDT is number 3, USDC is number 8. Just see what is at number 11. Binance coin. Binance USD is also getting like more market cap as like as time flies. Just to give in perspective of you guys, just a year ago it was around almost $180 million, and now it's almost like $10 billion. So if you give I give you more perspective. So you see, they have been increasing their market cap slowly and slightly in the competition. So just like if they increase their market cap by almost like couple of billions of dollars, they would be in the top 10. So in the top 10 there will be 3 stable coins and Bitcoin itself. So that leaves not much of a choice to buy other than Bitcoin. Like if Binance USD also comes into like the top 10, and we have USDC and USDT and Bitcoin, so there are only 6 altcoins you can choose from. Which one of them is like Binance coin? Like great, big Binance. Like Binance is not going anywhere, so Binance coin not going anywhere too. Ethereum, Cardano, and these are the projects that like okay, they have still potential. Like Dogecoin is like they are pumpable coins. Like Dogecoin and XRP, if you have these in your portfolio, these are pumpable coins. Like they pump so quick, and you have to like adapt so quickly to them. And then Polkadot is like very weak in this whole like since the Bitcoin dropped from 6 to 30k, Polkadot has been very weak. Like it's went to almost $13. Just to give you perspective, see, Polkadot has been just very weak. See, it has been just going down and down and down and down. And if you see the last 7 days, I think it's going to be quite good. But see, Polkadot is like very weak. Polkadot is one of the projects that is like not doing good in this whole like surviving the whole market. So yeah, so why like I think like people like use like the USDC coin is getting up as well as Binance coin. Like Binance still has like its how do I say this? Binance still has its rules, and they have to comply by the rules, which like Binance in many of the countries is not. We're gonna talk about Binance, like where they are based, like how there's some interesting facts that I got to know, and why USDC is like many people, folks, even I prefer USDC over USDT or Binance Coin, is because Binance USDC I'm talking about, is because they are made like the people behind them are from Circle and Coinbase, and these are two of the major companies that comply by the rules. Like Coinbase, it's a big exchange, but to give you a perspective, how much big is like Binance? Let's see this. Binance deals almost $11.6 billion. And where is Coinbase? 1.3. So Binance is 10 times bigger than Coinbase in terms of volume. So it's pretty good if you say it. So like Binance are like giants. And whether we are like right now we are on topic of Coinbase, let's move like to a topic like Coinbase is expanding its operation to India. I'm super pumped up. They're setting up new offices in India to expand its local team. They are gonna hire hundreds of engineers, product manager, design and HR people. Also, just not they're trying to expand their operation in India. Startup acquisition is also on the plate. So like they can hire any of the startups. So if you guys don't know, ZRX, the Indian top leading exchange, is owned by Binance. So I would be not surprised like if Coinbase also acquire like CoinDCX, CoinSwitch or any of this like Indian upcoming exchanges. I would be not surprised if they completely own, because Binance owned ZRX in 2019. So they acquired ZRX in 2019 before the whole pump up. So yeah. So Brian Armstrong, the CEO, officially announced in Twitter like Coinbase is building out offices in India. Amazing team like already in place, and he asked the folks to join. Also their office is gonna be in Hyderabad, which like kind of like the technical hub after Bangalore. Is like Bangalore for me is too saturated. Like I feel like Bangalore is too saturated for me. Hyderabad, okay, it's a good place. Many companies are here coming there. Sorry guys. Yep, I've been suffered from cold, I think. So yeah. So Pankaj Gupta is the person who is like the VP of Indian operations. Also, the Coinbase is trying to be the DApp store of the blockchain. Like if you guys don't know what a DApp is like how do I say this? It's an interesting how do I say this to apps. So if you guys don't, so if you go on Play Store and Apple App Store, so there are apps that you can install, and those apps are like privately owned companies behind those, while dApps are decentralized. So it's like the apps built on blockchain. You can see that. So the one thing that I loved of this article is like the Coinbase like the folks decided like India will be led independent by their independent directors, and they will have autonomy to make decision as per local context and requirements. Like they are giving so much of their responsibility to Indian directors, and they have the freedom to like make decision according to the context that is going on. So they are relying that those people will be up to the brand of Coinbase. So they are also as not like they can acquire any startups they have. So this is like, I think that this is a misprint by MSN. So they said the crypto investment by the end of April was 923 million. I think there's a misprint, like it's not $923, it's a million, 923 million, and it jumped to like 6.6. That's an exchange. So if you go on the tweet, like if you go to this blog, this is the blog that they have released. So Pankaj, Mr. Pankaj, Pankaj Gupta, who is the VP Engineering and Site Lead of India, he joined Coinbase 2 months prior, and he's sharing experience, and they are planning ambitious plans in India to be the hub in general. Why India? Because they are seeing a boom in crypto talent, and creating it will create more opportunity, just say that. And there are some of the biggest projects coming from out of India. Polygon, which is like the biggest layer 2 network coming out from India. InstaDApp, also a platform to like connect multiple dApps. So they are fully committed to expanding their understanding of crypto and blockchains in India. They have almost couple open roles that you want if you want to. Also, one thing they are also saying that where it was. Yep. So it's not like you have to go from Hyderabad to work. You can. So Coinbase is one of the companies, or like the private institution that is providing, like you can work from anywhere. Like they have a remote policy, and I love this. And other than that, like if you join Coinbase and if you are like working there, they will also under the program called Sikka, Coinbase India Sikka, they will offer every employee $1,000 in crypto just to explore the horizon or to expand their horizon in crypto. So I think that's like a pretty good like incentive to do that. Also, so let me like see the Twitter of Mr. Pankaj Gupta. So Mr. Pankaj Gupta is the lead of India Coinbase department. They have also tweeted like this. Yep. So they have also tweeted that they are a new offering to our Coinbase Indian employees that we are calling Sikka. So Sikka means coins in my language in India and APAC. So they will welcome every employee with $1,000 in Coinbase account. They have plan for a new Coinbase Indian Tech Hub to have global impact. It's important to us that all our employees deeply understand the product and service they are highly delivering. So I think this is kind of like so because in crypto, if you don't like have skin in the game, it's very hard to understand. You must have to have like, give me a sec, guys. I think there's something. Yeah. Okay. What it is? Okay. So I think this is an incentive for the folks just to like play with it. That's what I feel like. And if you want to see any of the roles that is available there, you can just click there. So there's like customer experience, design, engineering, data, product, and I think they're gonna be paying pretty good. But there are like I want to apply for the product manager, but I think they have like 5 years. I think not like people of my age, like I think only people above 25 could apply in this, but still I'm gonna like have a talk with them. So other option, like if you want to apply, just get in contact with Mr. Pankaj Gupta, who is like leading Coinbase, who has worked in Google, who has worked in Twitter, and just message him. That's what like the blog post said. So if you have any like people who might be interested in joining Coinbase journey and mission, please just contact him. So that's one of the things. This is like the product manager of the things. So yeah, so big news, Coinbase is coming to India, which means they, like for me it means like they know something which the general folks don't. That could be anything. Like for me it could be anything, to be honest. Like it could mean like they know something which the general folks don't, and like what the general folks thinking, like the crypto is not going to be the future. If Coinbase is setting up new offices in Asia, they know something which you don't. So read between the lines. I'm trying to read between the lines here, and I'm gonna like at least have a chat with the folks there and see how it works. So another like news from the Indian crypto exchange ZRX hired TRM Labs to help detect fraud. So India's largest cryptocurrency exchange ZRX has hired blockchain intelligence firm TRX Labs to help detect crypto fraud. TRM will help monitor, investigate, and mitigate crypto fraud from them. So what is happening like with the rise of cryptocurrencies? ZRX is like one of those firms who has come under like the eyes of the authorities. Let's just say this. So yeah, so ZRX has come under increased scrutiny from the national investigation agencies because of like they believe that ZRX is a platform to like do money laundering, tax evasion and stuff. So yeah, so they are partnering with TRM that will help provide wallet screening, transaction and monitoring investigations. So TRM will help cover over 300 digital assets like Ethereum, Dogecoin, Cardano, Matic, Shiba Inu. Like I think it's like covered almost all of those assets. So why are they hiring TRM? Because they are one of the leading exchange in India. They want to lead by an example. So they are hiring a business intelligence firm so that they can build confidence with the Indian authorities. So 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 they want to build they want to be as transparent like just as Twitter. So Twitter is like trying to be transparent just like this. So they want to demonstrate a robust capability to detect and prevent illicit activities occurring on their platform. So they want to abide by the rules, just like Coinbase. They want to like work with the folks out there. It's not like it's not happening. It's like they're trying their best. So, and because of that, like because of this, like the authorities believing that it's a platform for like doing money laundering, crypto exchanges in India, they're struggling to secure any payment, like payment procedure, like fiat onboarding is like very hard for any of the exchanges. Like yesterday, they are doing by multiple parties, which is very hard to scale. Let's just say this. So they are using MobiKwik wallet, but it's very hard to scale. Also, another thing from Indian startup news. So if you guys have not like gone through this interview of like Nishchal Sethi, he's like the CEO of ZRX, I would recommend. I'm just gonna drop the link here. Yeah, so I would recommend, like it's a 40-minute. Just do a quick watch. I will also put up like in my description. So another thing that has been also coming up, like the crypto exchanges, like which are not based in India, like Coinbase, Binance, what else, FTX. And if consumers, like Indian consumer like me, are using them, they have to comply by the rules and pay 18% tax on it. So I use Binance, I use FTX, I use Coinbase. But these companies are not Indian based. They don't have a single person to operate in India. But if they are but they are earning revenue from me, because of like I do transition, do swap and stuff. So they are earning revenue from me. So the Indian government is complying. They have to pay 18% tax even if they are not based in country. At present, almost all exchanges based outside India do not pay any GST. Let's just say this. However, the country tax authority examine whether they would be subject to pay on all transaction involving goods and services. So 18% of all the profited, like I have ZRX, CoinSwitch and CoinDCX. They are paying 18% tax. That's because they are operating in India. But what about the firms that are not operating in India? Like they have their global offices somewhere else. So they are looking into it. The tax department looking into it, how they can make it happen. So yeah. So another news, like after ZRX hiring TRM for like the detecting of their fraudulent service and be more transparent. This is also news that come up from the Indian exchanges. Now we are going to talk about CBDCs. Not just let's talk about like if you guys know about the Colonial pipeline hack, which happened like almost a month ago, in which the hacker demanded 5 million, which was around 70 Bitcoin at that time. So yeah, around that. So the backend, like so what happened was, I'm a group. So I hired a company which provide ransomware as a service, and I used their service to hack Colonial pipeline. So another like you can say another hack has been common. Ransomware hacking group Reveal brought the networks of at least 200 companies to their knees on Friday, and now they are demanding 70 million in Bitcoin. So you can say like another hack have been done. Like for me, I'm not worried about like hack. I'm worried about the security of like the companies. Like the companies need to be more secure. If they have been hacked on multiple occasions and more than 1 million systems have been affected, so more than 1 million systems have been like compromised, I'm not worrying about the hack or like the hackers and stuff. That's wrong. That's totally wrong. I agree with that. But I'm more concerned about like the compliance issue that we are dealing with. Like just to give an example, more than 1 million systems have been hacked and have been compromised, which means it could be more. Like I'm questioning the security of these companies. That's my only thing that I'm questioning right now. So more than 1 million systems have been hacked, and they are demanding like 70 million Bitcoin. And there's also been like there was a Twitter thread going on. So just to do like if a normal person, or if like the company has to like recompromise their system, it would take at least $45,000 to do a single system. And if you do the maths, 45,000 for 1 million, it's like It's almost $450 million, or like 4.5 billion if I'm correctly if my math is right. And they are demanding 70 million to pay in Bitcoin, and they will like be recompromised. So it's a pretty good deal if you ask me. Also, this is the article that I was very like good. Like it's a article that relates to the previous article. So because of many companies, there has been ransomware going on. So for the companies, if they pay, is it tax deductible amount? Any ransom payment made in cryptocurrencies are taxed as property rather than currency. So we should be very aware. So like so many companies or like many folks have been asking the government, is it taxed? Like can we like reduce, or like is it tax deductible? So so this is like the DOJ released that the number and size of ransomware incident have been increased significantly. The US government is working with countries around the world to hold ransomware actors and the countries who harbor them accountable, but cannot fight the threat posed by ransomware alone. The private sector has a distinct key and responsibility. So another thing, so like according to this law, let me highlight this. Yeah, so according to let me drink some water first. Like I think I had not like eaten since like woke up. So yeah. So under the section 162A and 165A Internal Revenue Code, which provides the authority any losses that were not covered by the insurance or some other means. There are several judicial and administrative definition of default. So these are default, or you can say that. So let me just like put it this way. So what they are saying that first of all, you should not pay any ransomware in cryptocurrencies because they are still defining the law and stuff like that. And right now, if you pay anything in crypto, it's like you are providing money laundering, or you are providing them the access of this money. And according to them, it's not tax deductible. There are certain laws around that, but it's not tax deductible, which a normal theft would happen. So that's like the whole summary of this. It's like, first of all, you should not pay the ransomwares in crypto. Like I highlighted it. I don't know why it is not there. I'm still trying to figure out. Yeah. So yeah. So this is the thing. Yeah. So in general, they're trying to discourage paying the ransom because it encourages more and more of these attacks. And frankly, there is no guarantee like whoever's is behind the back door will get your data back. So that's like true. So they are discouraging or incentivizing that you should pay that. Other that, the DOJ and the US department, what they are saying is they are trying to make the security more secure, which will make it more harder and more painful for hackers, and it would take more resources for them. So what they want is like they want the cost of the ransomware to be much higher so that it's not profitable for them, which I think it's kind of like okay, I don't understand the point fully. So yeah. So this is another thing. So now let's talk about CBDCs. Yep. So this is marked. So Japan. So earlier we talked about Europe was looking into it. Ukraine was looking into CBDCs. Now Japan. So the official have said more details about the CBDC design and may kick up on a debate. So a political figure who had a panel on digital currencies for Japan ruling party has said that currently the country will have a better idea of what to expect from digital yen by the end of 2022. So they are progressing. First of all, they are progressing. Get it? So they also said that they will have a clearer view of what the central bank digital currency CBDC would look like. The official statement said that CBDC design may kick up a new debate on how its issuance could impact the financial institutions. The commercial bank said that it would have benefit from a shift back to banks' control over customer data in business. If the Bank of Japan were to issue CBDCs, it would have a huge impact on the financial institute and Japan's settlement system. They also said that CBDC has a potential to completely reshape and change the whole Japanese financial industries. Another thing that they are trying to like convey, if there's a digital yuan, it would become very convenient for and it would be used by travelers and tourists, mainly because of settlement, and the relationship between yen and yuan would change. So I think it's a pretty good point. It's a on point, like on hammer. It's like they are saying, if there's a digital yen, it would help like people like me who are traveling to Japan. It would like help us a lot to do transactions instead of going through like an exchanging with a currency rate. Then a person takes a cut, then a person takes a cut, then a person takes a cut. So I can just buy yen on the blockchain. That's what it is like. So I can just buy yen, and I think it's a pretty good thing that they're doing. So Japan is also looking into now CBDCs, and another country that are looking into CBDC is Vietnam. So America already is looking into it. Europe is looking into it. Latin America has already been looking into it. Ukraine looking into it. Vietnam now looking into it, and Japan looking into it. Chinese is already working with it. So every country right now who wants to like progress, they are looking into CBDCs. So Vietnam is PM asked central bank to study crypto, pursue pilot implementation. Because of the cashless payment are increasing in Vietnam and the recognition of digital currency by the central bank, it would help accelerate the process. So Vietnam Prime Minister has asked the State Bank of Vietnam to pilot cryptocurrency implementation from 2021 to 2023. So according to the decision number 940Q/QD-GD small g, the government will approve some of the assets including artificial intelligence, big data, AR, VR and blockchain technology. And the cryptocurrency pilot program is expected to help the government discover the pros and cons of the CBDCs and the whole infrastructure and the mechanism of it. Because the cashless payments has already been increasing over the country, so it's just a matter of time. So in 2018, the central bank banned commercial banks to deal with like service providers, just like India banned like banks to deal with any crypto exchanges. So they also banned, but now they have made progress because they see the potential of it. While India is still figuring out stuff, many countries are making action because they want to lead it by the example. So just want to mention like each and every country that seems or that like deals in tourism, they want to like lead it by example, and CBDC is an way for that. So if you guys remember, we did a live and we talk about like now USDC is coming to Tron Blockchain, and within 2 days, $100 million of like USDC had been like transacted on the Tron Blockchain. The growth has been because of the traders looking for faster and cheaper transaction compared to the Ethereum network. So the circulating supply of the USDC on the Tron blockchain has surpassed $108 million in less than a month. The achievement just came after a day. The crypto native financial service firm behind the dollar-backed stablecoin said it's going to support USDC on Tron. So the first transfer was done on June 11 and now it's almost July 5. So they have done more than $108 million in transactions. So why they are doing this? Because traders just like me favors blockchain that provide faster and cheaper transaction fees, while Ethereum is like more fees and stuff like this. And they like also there's an interesting fact to see, like the top 10 addresses hold majority of the USDC, and the founder of Tron Blockchain, Sun, told that the USD supply concentrated on the top address serves the reserves for exchange that will help USDC on Ethereum for those to Tron soon. So these are held by exchange. So I don't think that we have to worry about that. So there is no private entity or a single person who has majority of this. It's just like exchanges holding this for the customer to provide services and stuff. So I think it's a good deal ultimately at the all. So if we are on the topic of like Ethereum gas fees and stuff. So if you see the Ethereum gas fees right now, it's 14 July. So as I told you, if you want to do any transition, do between 1 p.m. and between 5 p.m. It's very low. It's like of the magnitude of like $1. I did a transaction, cost me just $1. And another thing that like this is I didn't know. So EY, the accounting firm EY released a set of tools called Nightfall 3. So EY originally launched a product called Nightfall, and Nightfall 3 is the new iteration of the original Nightfall. So it helps to like reduce the gas fees, and they work on the protocol combined with zero knowledge proof with optimistic roll up. So I was reading into it and I find some interesting facts. So Nightfall is for privately managing transaction on Ethereum. So EY latest in like what they did. So the protocol combines zero knowledge proofs with a transaction verification mechanism, which known as optimistic rollup. So zero knowledge proof use cryptographic algorithms to verify that a piece of information sent across a blockchain contains the right kind of information without revealing that. So it's encrypting message. You can see that. And Nightfall 3 aggregates ZKP transaction into a group called rollups, which are optimistic because they are all assumed to be true unless proven otherwise, which means the transaction will be much cheaper, and it does. So now the validator no longer have to verify. So because they are already been assumed true, unless proven otherwise. So the validator don't have to prove that, which means the gas fees is low, and other than that, it's gonna be very fast. So I find it very interesting, and they said that the gas fees were around 2,100 to almost 100,000 gas. So why? And it reduced almost 1/3 to 8,200, almost 1/3 of. So I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna look more into it. Like this is the very first time I'm listening to this, and I find it very attractive. Like EY accounting firm, which does like I don't think so. Like they are not publicly traded, but they're getting explored into it. So I was very interesting, very fascinated about this. And I have folks that work in EY. I have known them. So I'm going to ask them and see what happens. Another thing of the NFTs. Now I want to talk about NFTs. So like Russian museum. Give me a sec, guys. Cold. Yeah. So the Russian museum heritage museum aims to raise funds with NFT. So the Heritage Museum in St. Petersburg is considering issues NFT for the work of art in its rich collection, and it's talking with Binance because Binance launched their NFT marketplace just a week ago, and they are talking with Binance to issue a sale of non-fungible token NFTs on their platform. So as you said, they are in the process of discussing our collaboration. The interesting fact about this is like now the physical art galleries are gonna come to digital space, and I think like that's what we are also trying to do. So like I'm collaborating like in an NFT marketplace called as Doing Good, which we are also looking into partnering with museums and art galleries to. I think that's enough. I should not tell more about this. Let's just put it that way. So yeah. So I'm working on this. Let's just say it this way. So they are working with this, which like I find it very fascinating. Like this brings a new horizon to the NFTs. Now an artist or like anyone can raise funds or like help us charity navigator. So just want to mention that way. The last article that we have is like we have already mentioned. So if you guys don't like so if you guys have not seen my video where I go over through like the Robinhood IPO, so like I went over the Robinhood IPO in detail, like in very detail, like in very detail. I'm talking about a lot of details. So yeah, so this is the video, and I would recommend you go over it. Like I talk about everything. Like I talk about everything about the Robinhood IPO, and this is the part that I also covered. So Robinhood has 9.5 million customers, and the traded volume of 9.5 customers just on crypto was $88 billion just in Q1. So they make a lot of money of this, and approximately so. Also, this is interesting, but I did not know about. I have missed that in the filing. So they hold approximately $12 billion in crypto assets, which increased 23-fold so which is like 23x from the last year. This is very fascinating. So the crypto trading platform was launched in February in 2018. The platform currently supports 7 cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SP, Dogecoin, Ethereum Classic, and Litecoin. And for the 3 months, they held cryptocurrencies, which like accounts to $11.6 billion under custody. And for the just month of 3 months, like March 31, 20, like the first quarter, 17% of the total revenue was derived from transaction-based revenue from cryptocurrencies, which was just 4% in the last quarter. So a massive increase on those. And out of those 17% of the cryptocurrencies, 34% comes into Dogecoin, which we already have talked about. This is the part that I want to mention. Like, they have under 12 billion crypto asset under their kind of management or not, and there was an increase of 23-fold. So this is the part that I want to cover about. So yeah, so if you guys have any questions or like this, just let me know in the comment section. And just we are gonna wrap things up. Like, just want to mention a couple of things here. So yeah, so Coinbase, a big deal, to be honest. Like, I'm gonna talk with Mr. Pankaj Gupta to have a chat with them, just like if there's like a role for me, because I've been involved in like crypto for almost a year now, and I want to explore more on Coinbase. I will be delighted for them to work with them. Even if like I'm not working them, it's not a big deal. Just like I want to have the talk with the folks. I just love the crypto ecosystem is growing in India. Many folks are getting more knowledgeable and more about this. And just hold on, guys. The best way to make generation wealth or like life changing wealth in crypto is like dollar cost average it, or like just hodl where you throw. So I'm gonna let you guys know. Get back to your Mondays. I'm gonna get back to my Monday. I have a party tomorrow, a family party. So tomorrow might be difficult for me to stream, but I will try my best. And see ya, guys.